never gave up, and he never hated his brother. On the contrary, he kept the love for them alive. He became very powerful. Glory to Jesus, hallelujah. So he told his brothers to go back and bring the youngest of the brothers, but he kept them all prisoners, just to make sure that they bring his brother back. So they did. And then all this time they didn't know it was Joseph because he didn't tell them who he was. Then one day he revealed himself to them and asked who sent me. He sent for their father. And we see here that instead of turning them away and putting them in prison or telling them to starve or I'm never going to forgive you, he forgave them. He gave them all the love. He gave them all the chance. He fed them all. He gave them everything they needed when they turned their back on him. See, being a Christian means we have to forgive. And we can't be jealous of others. I know sometimes people have things that you want, or they probably sing better than you, or they probably have clothes than you. But God has called each and every one of us for a different purpose. He gives us all different talents. So can you imagine if we all did the same thing? Wouldn't it be kind of boring if we all knew how to do the same thing? If we all had the same talents, what would be the purpose of God calling everyone? See, everybody's on this earth for a different purpose that we must fulfill. And Joseph's purpose was, even though he didn't understand, because I wouldn't, if I was taken away, sold, left for dead, imprisoned, falsely accused, man, that would be very, very hard. I don't know if I could hold all that in. But he always kept his eyes on God, which was the most important thing. It didn't matter what happened with his life, who betrayed him, how many days he spent behind bars. He never forgot about God. He kept on. And God was pleased with him. Because sometimes we have problems in our life, like instead of getting an A in the test, we get an F. And we're like, man, and you get all bummed out and you forget about God. Instead of saying, God help me. See, we're not supposed to forget about God in our problems. We're supposed to seek him in our good and in bad times. And I know sometimes, there's sometimes when we live in a home and sometimes we have, parents have arguments and kids get sad and you get really, really sad. But instead of getting angry, you're supposed to ask God for help, God for guidance. And I know it's not easy all the time because I'm a grown up and when I go through tough times, I have very tough times sometimes remembering that God is the only one that can help me. But we have to keep reminding ourselves that God is the only way out. God is always there. Because we have friends, but our friends are not always there when we need them. Who's there when we need them? Anybody tell me who's there? Who's there? God. That's right. God is the only best true friend we have in life. Our parents can go away, our friends can leave us, but God will always be there. And do you think God forgets about us?
No.
Who forgets about God? Us. And you think that's right?
No.
Isn't it sad? Can you imagine? God, our Father, he created us. And when we get mad at someone, we also get mad at him. Do you think that's right? No. See, and we sometimes hurt, like you hurt your brother sometimes, and you hurt your mother's feelings sometimes, or your father, or anybody else's. At the same time, you're hurting God's feelings too. Can you imagine? How about when somebody hurts you? It hurts, right? Your feelings, you want to cry, your heart, your chest feels like it's going to break. Can you imagine how God feels? Because not one, but it seems like a lot of people betray God. And we don't want to be one of those, right? On the contrary, we have to be like Joseph. We gotta forgive. No matter what they do to us, no matter who stands against us, we gotta keep looking up, straight forward, not to the sides. And that's hard, but it's not impossible. But if you trust in God like Joseph did, he can guide you. He can show you the way. He can give you the strength. He can heal your wounds when nobody else can. And when you're all alone and you think you're dying, that you don't have no friends, you have no one, always there to pick up the pieces. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
So when you get mad at your friend next time,
I know I win.
are you going to stay mad at him or her, or are you going to forgive her?
Oh, hallelujah.
And if your friend is better than you at something, are you going to hate them and be jealous about it or be proud about it? Be proud. See, that's one problem we have. Instead of being proud or saying, yay, I'm so blessed that my sister or my brother and God or my friend is doing so well, instead, we become jealous, and that is not good. We're supposed to be happy for what they got, for what they have accomplished in life. And if God sees that you're doing good, like it's in Romans 8, if you do everything right before God, He will bless you too. He can give you things that nobody else can. He can take you farther than you can ever think. But it's only if you follow God and you learn how to forgive. See, there's a lot of people these days that they say they love God, but they can't forgive.